Hey, what's up YouTube? It's your boy Kaosu-Sama. Today we're talking about a portrait study I did a while back. I found this random model online.
You're perfect, you're beautiful, you look like Linda Evangelista, you're a model.
And I decided to paint her. I mean, how could you not? She's fucking gorgeous. I also have no idea who she is. If I saw her on the streets, I wouldn't know a thing.
Sorry to this man.
So, when you're painting, you want to start out with a good foundation, but I can tell you now, this ain't it. You see, I'm not the best with anatomy, but I do try my best, and that's really all that matters. I tried something different and started painting on a dark background. The idea was to start with the darkest shadows and then paint the lighter colors on top, but I ended up just going back to what I was comfortable with, which is just starting with the midtones and then painting out some shadows and then throwing on some highlights. For the flats, I did start out with cool colors. I wanted to have this like pretty purpley blue kind of tint in the skin, and then also have like some warmer tones on top with the highlights. My thing with portraits is I tend to make the eyes and the head a little bit bigger than what it should be. So it kind of became a signature of mine for a little while. It's more of a result of not really knowing anatomy, but it's something that just kind of stuck with me. So now that I do know anatomy, I still kind of do it by choice. Here you can see me painting out all the ambient occlusion, basically all the areas where the light can't reach. So it'd be like the darkest darks of the painting. And this is where you see me do things like cutting the crease.
Cutting that crease. Cut crease.
Another cool technique you see me do is I started out with the line art, but then what I ended up doing is painting on top of it. So I painted over it to a point where the line art is no longer visible. The point of it is it's supposed to help guide you and help place things until you get all your values down. Also guys, do not forget to flip your canvases. I think that's the first time you see me do it in this video, and I probably don't do it much afterwards, which is why I didn't do this painting justice. So if you want to do better portraits than me, then please remember to flip your canvases. So here you see me work on like a lot of small rendering things. I really want to work out a lot of the edges. I want to make sure I have some hard ones, some soft ones. You know, I can't send my girl out with some horrible looking edges. So I'm not going to pretend like I got it all figured out. So if you guys got any constructive critiques, feel free to drop that in the comments down below. Or even if you just feel like roasting my piece, like it's all fair game. Just remember to like and subscribe while you're at it. Alright, so finally we move on to the body yaddy yaddy. So here your boy makes some questionable decisions. For one, like how far I want this right shoulder to stick out. And then second, I decided to disintegrate this neck muscle right here. That is not how anatomy do. Real quick, you see me do a few more like lighting adjustments. I wanted to add a little bit more contrast, make the darks darker and the lights lighter. So we try to be all cute here and add some teeth. But that was not the moment, so you know we're gonna go in and delete that. Okay, here we add some really gorgeous highlights just to make the forms pop a bit more, especially around the cheek, the forehead, the button of the nose. Really rounds out those forms there, so make sure you pay attention to that. Alright, now it's time to throw some lashes on her. You get to see me fuck it up a few times though. Here's the first attempt.
Again.
And now we're moving on to the second.
Again.
Here's the third.
A fucking again.
And we finally make it over to the fourth. Yay, we did it. Okay, so one thing to note about the lashes is that they follow the contour of the eyes, which are round if you haven't noticed. So if you want gorgeous lashes like these, then make note of this, please. So now the eye is looking very dead, so we have to give it that wet and glossy. We do that by adding some really bright highlights. And now it's time to repeat all that on the other side. Luckily, they don't have to be symmetrical because your boy would have found a way to fuck that up. Trust. Okay, so here you see a very confused boy making an attempt at painting hair. Originally, the plan was to keep it very loose, very painterly, lots of blocky shapes, but then I started to go in and add way too much detail. So I ended up just leaving it as is.
I hate your hair and makeup today.
But at the end of the day, it wasn't about the hair, it was about serving face. Anyways, that'll about do it for this one.
Hey there, what are you kids doing here? School's over. Go home, you sillies.
So be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.